if I can put myself sweating after a run on the internet, that's going to make it a lot easier to do it when I'm not sweating. So why am I doing this? Well, I think one of the things is the first thing is getting started is the hardest part. So even walking down the street talking to your phone feels odd. Really self-conscious about all the cars driving by and probably thinking, what a dick, he's talking to his phone. Anyway, first video. What do? I do a lot of running. So it's a video about running. 1K. Trying to avoid the tree roots. Yeah, my first run was 2015. I think my second eldest had just turned 3, and going out on the bike for 3 hours at a time wasn't really possible because he just dropped his nap. So yeah, it was not a good run. I thought I was the king of running, and shot off from the house at something like 5 minutes per kilometre and was dead pretty much 2 minutes later. So even though I think the average pace of my first run is something like 6 minutes 30, it was not a controlled 6 minutes 30. It was basically run fast, bend over and nearly die for a bit, and then run fast again. 2K. And I think we're going to do the uphill. Rather than dip out, let's do the uphill. There's something about just the simplicity, I think, of running, that you just put on your shoes, your shorts and a t-shirt. Bike was always helmet, gloves, clip-in shoes, all of this kind of gear and malarkey. 30 minutes to get out the door for 3 hours, whereas with running it's so easy, and it can be done in 30 minutes and still feel pretty good. It really fits in well with life. Oh. 3K at the top of the hill. Not too bad. I find it's really good just to clear the head, and invariably I feel 100 times better after coming back from a run. Mostly listen to podcasts, and I'm woefully behind. I think I'm on 1st of August at the moment on my podcast, so I've not been out as much as I should have been probably during August. I think the weather, it was just a bit too sunny to go running. I actually don't mind the autumn. Putting on the long trousers and going out when it's dark, it's lovely. And after the up, the down. 4K. Sort of cruise back home. Okay. Little uphill. Just near the top. Slightly rolling back home. I've done a few half marathons, duathlons, anything, stuff that really, I suppose, is interesting rather than being a kind of keen event goer. So I don't do them very often. Most of the time I'm just on my own, trotting around the neighbourhood. 3 times a week, 4 times a week, whatever it is that gets the kilometres in. 6K just through the park. past the house building. Might try and eke it out to 7. Depends where I get to. I like to finish with a little walk. It's just over a kilometre from here back home. I feel worse not doing it, and I think I'm a big believer in just chucking the gear on. And once you've got the gear on, you're just stupid if you're sat on your couch in your running shorts and a running t-shirt. Like, you might as well just go out and have a run. I think that's the hardest part, is that mental block to cross over, especially when the weather's a bit crap. But my mom, you can only get so wet, right? So go out for a run, and within a kilometre, you're not going to get any wetter than you probably are already. 7k. And a little walk back up the hill home. You know, I say, yeah, you got to start somewhere. And I figure, if I can put myself sweating after a run on the internet, that's going to make it a lot easier to do it when I'm not sweating. Although I run pretty hot, so it's sometimes a problem. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this first video. Thanks.